Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel for nurses preparation. I am Neeraj Kumar Kathal. Today's our video is about meningitis. Let's begin. What is meningitis? Inflammation of brain and spinal cord membranes due to infection is called meningitis. Meningitis is mostly by the viral infection, but bacterial and fungal infection also can cause meningitis. There are total 3 types of membranes that covers brain and spinal cord. The outer one is dura mater, middle one is arachnoid mater, and the inner one that just close to brain and spinal cord is known as pia mater. Due to infection of bacteria, fungus, viral or protozoa, inflammation may occur in these meninges. This is known as meningitis. The itis word here as a suffix, it means inflammation. So, inflammation of the meninges called meningitis. Etiology, most common causes. First talk about bacterial meningitis. The meningitis caused with the bacteria is also known as septic meningitis. Important causes of meningitis are meningococcus bacteria, tubercular meningococcus bacteria, pneumococcus bacteria, Haemophilus influenza. Second is viral meningitis. This is caused by the virus. It is also known as aseptic meningitis. Most common cause is mumps. Other type of meningitis can be caused due to fungus or protozoa. Important clinical manifestations of meningitis. Initial or beginning symptoms of this disease include severe headache, nausea and vomiting, photophobia, chills, abdomen pain, fever and skin rashes. Important signs of due to meningeal irritation. It includes knuckle rigidity. What is that? Knuckle rigidity is inability to flex the neck forward due to rigidity of neck muscles. Second is positive kerning sign. This is very important sign to diagnose meningitis. Positive kerning sign. To check this sign, say the patient to lie face up as you can see in the diagram. Flex the knee and hip 90-degree angle. Now healthcare providers slowly extend the patient's knee. If person feels pain or resistance in hamstring muscle, as you can see in the diagram, it is just back of your thigh. It means there is positive kerning sign and meningitis is present. Repeating it again, patient is lying face up. Now patient's knee and hip flex 90-degree angle and doctor or healthcare provider slowly extend patient's knee. If the patient feels pain or resist in the hamstring muscle, it means positive kerning sign. Last and another important clinical sign due to meningeal irritation is Brudzinski sign. Let's discuss about it. To check this Brudzinski sign, lie flat on the back. Doctor place one hand below the person's head and one hand on the person's chest to prevent you from rising. Now healthcare provider lift your head bringing your chin towards chest. If flexion of hips occur at this time, it means there is a positive Brudzinski sign and it confirms that the person have meningitis disease. Friends, I am just repeating this Brudzinski sign again. Look in the diagram. The person, patient or client is lying on his back and you or healthcare provider just standing near to him. Healthcare provider or doctor placed one hand below his head and one hand on his chest to prevent the patient from rising. Now the healthcare provider lifts the head. He is trying to touch your chin to the chest. If flexion of hips occur that time, it means positive Brudzinski sign. Flexion of hips. Just look in the diagram. The second arrow shows flexion of hip. If this is present, it means positive Brudzinski sign and the person having meningitis. We have discussed all the important signs and symptoms. Now we talk about the diagnosis. The diagnosis is mainly made by the signs and symptoms. That includes Kernig and Brudzinski sign importantly. The other way to confirm this meningitis condition is to take CSF sample, cerebrospinal fluid sample, by spinal tap method. When we analyzing the CSF sample, we find these three important characteristics. In cerebrospinal fluid, pressure is increased, CSF protein level found increased and CSF glucose level found decreased. Gram staining can be done to confirm this. Treatment of meningitis: antibacterial, antiviral and antifungal according to the diagnosis of meningitis. Other drugs to reduce inflammation and medicines according to the symptoms and severity. Nursing management: provide safe environment if seizures are present, administer fluid and medication, assess patient's vital signs regularly, prevent complication due to immobility like pneumonia. Provide cool, calm environment also. So friends, this is all about the meningitis disease condition. Thanks for watching. All the best.